Hi, everybody. Josh Denbeaux, New Jersey foreclosure attorney, foreclosure lawyer. I'm a consumer protection attorney. I represent people. I help people, especially people dealing with foreclosure. And today is November 14, 2021. It's Sunday night. And I'm posting this video now because tomorrow morning, November 15, 2021, is the end of the pandemic executive order forbidding evictions. Now, that executive order, which I've talked about elsewhere at different times in different videos and blog posts on my website, that didn't exactly stop sheriff sales or foreclosure sales. It just stopped the evictions. But from the sheriff's department point of view and from the bank's point of view, why go through a sale if you can't do the eviction? And I don't honestly know whether it was the bank that stopped things or the bank's attorneys or the sheriff's department that just said, I'm not doing this. But whatever happened, the Executive Order 106 from Governor Murphy, issued back in May of 2020, halted all foreclosure sales. What does that mean? All right. You already know, if you follow my channel, that the federal moratorium on the commencement of foreclosures ended in the beginning of September partially. It's going to fully end January 1, 2022. It's partially ended. That allows foreclosures to start. It also, in part, allowed foreclosures to continue, but it kind of didn't have any effect in New Jersey because of Governor Murphy's executive order limiting the evictions, which then in turn stopped the sales. Okay, so that executive order that limited the sales, that's ending tonight at midnight. So tomorrow morning, courts can go back, the sheriff's office can go back to doing foreclosure sales. Here's what everybody wants to know. Okay, Josh, I've been in foreclosure. I've had a judgment against me for 2 years. When is my house going to sell? I'm going to give you some tools to get to the answer to that, but I can't tell you when your house is going to sell. And if you get letters in the mail telling you when your house is going to sell, they're lying to you, they're trying to scam you, please send them to me. I'll sue them. Or I'll find people who have been injured by that company and sue them because those are scam artists. But we're not talking about scammers. We're talking about your house. All right. So the way it works is after a foreclosure judgment, the bank gets what's called a writ of execution, which is a unfortunate name, but it's not as bad as it seems because it's the order that allows the sheriff to sell your house. But the process for the sheriff to sell your house involves putting it on an auction listing and listing it and selling it. All right, sounds simple. It's never simple, but it's not as insane as it is these days. There's been 2 years of backlogs of homes that were in foreclosure the foreclosure was started before the Executive Order 106 went into play. So the judgments and the writs have been issued, but many of those writs have expired because there's only 2 years on the writ. If a writ is expired, the judgment is still there. The bank did win the case. They are allowed to go try to enforce the judgment, but they can't until they get a new writ. Fine. They file a motion. I like to oppose them when I can, but the point is, forget about what I do for folks. This is about what you need to know, all right? So they need to go back and get a new writ. You may get a motion in the mail from the bank that says, we're filing a motion to get a new writ of execution. You're like, what's that? All right, what it is, they're getting another order that tells the sheriff, yes, you can put this on the listing to sell my house. All right, fine. You still haven't told me when my house is going to sell. It's because I don't know. But here we're getting to it. There's 31 counties in New Jersey, or 21, however many counties there are in New Jersey. There are that many different sheriff's departments who have that many different mechanisms for handling foreclosure sales and how they do auctions. So there's no one rule. There's over a dozen of them. But there is a consistent writ that has to be in place. So if each sheriff needs to make its own determination, in what order am I selling these houses? Am I selling in the order in which the judgments are obtained? Some counties could do that. Am I doing these in order in which the original writ was obtained? Some counties are going to do that. Am I going to do it in order of the issuance of the present active writ? Some counties are going to do that. And the difference between each of those three things could be months or more than a year. Think about it. If you had a foreclosure judgment into place right at the time that the writ was right before the governor put the moratorium in, or if you had properties going up for sale when he put the moratorium in and the sale stopped. Your writ has definitely expired. It's way more than 2 years since it was issued. So they're going to issue another writ. If you're in a county where the sheriff isn't going to sell the property until the new writ is in place, well, then you might be at the back of the line again. I don't know yet how each county is going to do things. Okay, I am going to track this. We are going to put this on our website. I am going to provide a link below to each of the county's listings so that you can go and see for yourself what's going on in each of your counties. Go ahead and check that out. Reach out to me with questions. The most important thing you can do is arm yourself with information and knowledge. It's terrifying not to have any idea what's really going on. And I'm going to have a blog post about this up on the website at some point too, giving you a little more information. I know that's a lot. I know very few people watch actually 6 minutes of a video, but I hope you do watch this one if you're in a situation in New Jersey where you're facing a foreclosure auction, because this gives you a lot of information. And I hope it gives you enough to, sleep a little better and form some plans to go fight back, because I love fighting back against banks. I love helping people beat them. I love helping people save their homes. All right? Be strong. Be smart.